All right, let's get into Vegas and everybody being sick afterwards and tie in some points of light together for us, okay? So I don't necessarily buy into germ theory the way that they teach us. I think it's more of a light, okay? And also Vegas has a bunch of lights there. Let's just break down different things, okay? So we're light beings. We are connected to the light in this world, and we're connected to the light in this world. All right, there's two lights. There's a natural light and the light man provides. Depending where our light is connected will depend on how much we get sick and those types of things, and depending on our names and numbers and where we align in the stars in the sky and all those, we're connected to those lights. Okay, those lights shine through us. The sun shines through us. But is it that sun? Is it the natural sun? Or is it the sun of this earth, the light of this earth? Jesus says we're an everlasting life, and as everlasting life, we are that living God. We are the bodies and members of the living God, the Christ. So we are that Christ, that crystal, all of us. And as the stars in the sky move, as the sun and moon move, and the earth sky rotates around us to give us our times and seasons, if we're not connected to these things that are of the natural, then the unnatural takes over the body. So we basically have so many bodies, in a matter of speaking, and so many times you can get sick until the actual machine breaks down. And you can borrow from time in one way, shape, or form by abusing the body. And a lot of times the physical abuse gives spiritual strength. And a lot of the spiritual tests give the physical breakdown. Okay? So it's a broken system. It's a balance. And as you put weight on one side, you have to take from the other to balance it out. And that's exactly how the body is. And the AI, is connecting all men, it's connecting all information, and it's going to put it all together and going to rebuild the body. And it's going to take man into a new time. And as it does this, the old is taken out. Okay, we're going to regain that prince of the power of the air. So the way things would be physically spread, the way they teach us germ theory, we would have to consume something or be near something, breathe in something or whatever. And then that would be in the body for however long, and then you would shed it for 2 to 3 weeks, okay? Kind of like when the armies gather, they say that sheds for 2 to 3 weeks afterwards, for like flu season and such. Either way, so when you walk into the casinos, you can smell the O3, the ionizer machines in some of these places, and it just blasts you. That's to help with the cigarette smoke or whatever, but it makes dust fall to the ground. The O3, which is it grabs onto particles and makes them fall to the ground. All right. So that's where it helps with odor and things. Either way, this is telling me something, because they could be combining this with something to make sure everybody gets blasted or whatever, but you could be breathing in or eating certain things or whatever from these chains, these master components, because Vegas is basically owned by a few people, in a matter of speaking, or a handful of people, and they're tied to the beast. So it all works together, and Vegas is that capital of the world where the whole world gathers. So everybody's being exposed to something, and then stuff manifests after that. Okay. You can do this in hotels, water systems, any way. Okay. But every person in my group, my family, we all got sick in different ways. Okay, me and my wife, we had more of a bowel issue, more of a crapture issue per se. The kids, they got subjugated to more of a cough, stomach, crapture, fever. They had it real bad. Okay, the baby, he basically puked the first 24 hours and then quit puking after that, but had fever or whatever. He was like up and down, but either way, and then the baby fought it off, and then a couple days later he got fever again. All right, so the kids, most of the kids, they all got sick. They were sick for 24, maybe 48 hours or whatever, but it's just showing me different things going on, and the chances of us, we've never been sick. Kids have never been to the doctor. But many things, but we all go there. Everybody gets sick at basically the same time, or the same 3 days or whatever, spread out through different people or whatever. But as one got better, or as one was getting better, the other one getting sick. But we can see how, and we were all basically eating the same things, going the same places, consuming the same thing. So either way, y'all, it's what we're going to see is the replay of COVID, in a matter of speaking, but it's going to be having a stack, because since then, and since whatever's been going on, people have been sleeping with their beasts and whatever, but the RNA changers had time to take effect, and we're going to see different things playing out, where the vets, the two types of vets, are going to go to battle. Anyways, so I'm just pointing out that getting sick in Vegas afterwards, 6 people that never get sick, and it's a great spot for, I'm not saying that they're going to say that the next epidemic came from there, but they both have the Space Needle or whatever, and they're both connected to Elvis in different ways or whatever, but it's a great spot as far as a hidden hand to spread an actual something that can be spread throughout the community, because basically if you go in, you breathe that air, you eat that food or whatever, and they can do this with like Burger King red buns or whatever I've seen them come out with, or like Dairy Queen, they come out with this, that, or the other, all right, to get this for 85 cents or whatever deals I've heard, okay? They can do all these things, and there's a sear on the forehead, but there's different, they have different reaction times to different things, so they know if they do this one, the Dairy Queen one, 6 months out, that in 6 months, it's going to give fruits to the people that's going to Vegas, that's giving the actual kind of thing, as far as like a literal thing, you know, to where it all lines up at one time. So there going to be a time where people are going to Vegas, not the only city. WinStar is another big city. WinStar, Vegas, they can also bomb those. That can be where the whole world is flattened, in a matter of speaking, but just being concentrated in one area. But these places where the whole world congregates, like WinStar or whatever, that can be where they inoculate people, and then for 2 or 3 weeks it goes out, and then those people get it, and then it goes and spreads out, okay? But it has to, it's like it needs a host, but in order to get it into the host, they have to have an area people go. They have to place where the world goes, and then it spreads out, okay? So just keep these things in mind. I wouldn't normally go to Vegas under these times. We were just happening to do a move, and it worked out, and then when we left, that's when they had the serial killer there. So, that Seer's here, and I told y'all way back when to be keeping eyes open for serial killers and such, but it's a little after October, but in the Roman calendar, December is the 10th month, so it's a hidden hand on October, so it's kind of spot on. Just a couple years ahead, just like I told y'all, but we're in that 22, 23 time frame. The 22 and the 23, then we're going to be in the 22, 23, and the 24 next year. And the time's ticking by, and that last hour, that 23, that 9/11-ish time frame, that September, okay, that fall is there, and that tree house is going to come down in those flames. But we'll end it here. There's